同志们、朋友们
Comrades, friends,
北京冬奥会
the event to honor role models of Beijing Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games
现在开
now
始，
begin.
请全体起
Please
立
all rise,
奏唱中华人民
sing
共
the
和国
national
国歌。
anthem. Please be seated.
今天
Today,
中央国务院
we are gathering here
在这里
to
隆重
attend
举行
this awards ceremony held by the Communist Party of China Central Committee and the State
出
Council.
席今年大会的领导同志有
The leaders
中共
with us
中央
today,
总书记、国家
General
主席、
Secretary
公安
of the
军委
Communist Party of China Central Committee, the Chinese President, Chairman of the Central Military Commission, Xi Jinping.
中共中央政治局常委
Comrades from a political bureau of the CPC Central Committee are Li Zhanshu, Wang Yang, Wang Huning, Zhao Leji, Han Zheng, and Vice Premier Wang Qishan.
出席大会的还有
And with us, we
在
also
京党
invited
和国家其他领导
Beijing-based the leading
中
group
央
of
军委委
the
员、中央
a,
党
ba-
政
the, a
军
party,
群
the
各部
a
门主要负责
national departments, and also the members from the a central military committee, the comrades in charge of the admin department of the party, government, and the military, and
北京
also the
冬奥会
leadership
冬残奥
group
会
of the
突出
Beijing Winter
贡
Olympic
献积
Games,
极代表，
and the
突
a
出贡献个人。
individuals
中国体育代表
making
团
outstanding
全体
contribution to
成
the
员
Beijing
和工作人员
2022 and
志愿者
also
代
the
表
members of the Chinese sports delegation and staff volunteers.
中共中央政治局常委、
Now,
国务院
please
副
allow
总
me
理
to give
韩
the
正
floor
同
to
志
member
宣
of the
读
Standing
中共
Committee
中
of the
央
Political
国
Bureau
务
of the
院
CPC Central
关
Committee
于
and Vice
表
Premier
彰
of the
北
State
京
Council
冬奥会
Han Zheng to
冬
raise the
残奥会
decision by CPC
突出
Central
贡
Committee
献
and
集
State
体和
Council
突出
on
贡献个人
commanding
的
role
决定。
models of Beijing
中
2022.
共中央、国务院
The decision
关
of
于
the
表
CPC
彰
Central
北京
Committee
冬奥会
and State Council
冬残奥
on
会
honoring organizations and individuals contributing
突出
to
贡
the
献个人
Olympic
的
and
决定。
Paralympic Winter Games.
北京冬奥会
The
冬残奥
Olympic and
会
Paralympic
是在
Winter
我
Games
国全面建成小康社
are
会
a landmark
实现
event
第一个百年奋
held
斗目标
when China
向
completed
第二个百年奋斗目标
the
迈进
construction
的
of
关
a
键时
moderately
期举
well-off
办的重
society,
大标志性
achieved
活
the
动。
first centenary
具有
goal
里
and
程碑意义。
transitions toward the second centenary goal.
习近平总书
It's
记
an event
高
of
瞻远
milestone
瞩，掌
significance,
舵领
and
航，
General Secretary Xi
亲自
Jinping
谋划，亲自部
made
署，
some
亲自推动，
forward-looking decisions
做出
he has
一系列
personally
重要
planned
指
for
示
and
批示，
decided on and advanced
为
the
做好
efforts
冬奥筹办
which
工作
served
提
as
供了
the
根本规矩。
guideline for the
中央
Games.
和国家机关有关
Relevant
部门
departments of the
各省
central
区市
government
团结
and
协
state
作，
council
筹办
worked
和
closely
备战
together
单位
with the
主办
governments of
城市
different
克
localities
服
and
新冠肺
provinces
炎
will
疫情
overcome the
等困难挑战，
difficulties of COVID-19
精心
pandemic
组织，全
and
力投入，
engaged in
全国
careful
各族人
planning.
民和海内外
People
中华
of all
儿女
ethnic groups
全情
and
奉献，
Chinese
热情参与，
overseas
向
have
世界奉献了一届
worked
简约、
tirelessly
安全、
for
精彩
a
的奥
simple,
运盛会
safe, and splendid
全面
Games.
兑现了对国际社
We
会的庄
fulfilled
严承
the
诺，
grand
赢得了全
commitment
世
we
界
have
的
made for the
高
international
度赞誉
community。and won the recognition of the whole
在北京
world.
冬奥会、冬残奥会筹
In
办举办
preparing
过
for
程
the
中，
Games,
涌现
there
出一大批
emerged
世
a
纪突出
huge
的
number
集体
of
和个人，
excellent organizations
为
and
隆重表
individuals
彰
in
先
order
进
to
典型，
recognize
激
their
励全党全
contribution,
国各族人民
inspire
为全面
the
建设
entire
社会主
party
义
and
现代化
people
国家
of
而
all
努力奋
ethnic
斗。
groups to fight for
党中央、
socialist
国务院决定
modernization. The CPC
授
Central
予
Committee
国
and
家
State
速滑
Council
馆
decided
场
to
馆运
honor
输团队等
148
148个集体
organizations, including the
北
National
京
Speed
冬奥会
Skating Stadium
冬残奥会突出贡献集体称
and
号，
also
授予数亿名等
147
147
comrades,
名同志
including athletes
追溯
Su
邓小
Yiming
兰同志
and Deng
北京
Xiaolan
冬奥会、冬残奥会突出贡献个
excellent
人称号。
individual contributors to the
希望
Games.
受到表彰
We
的集体
hope
和个人
that
珍
those
惜荣
who
誉，
are
再接再厉，
recognized
充分发
can
挥模范
cherish
带头作
this
用，
honor,
为党和人民事业
carry
做
forward
出
this
新的
spirit,
更大
and
贡献。
make new contributions to the cause of the
伟大
party
事
and the
业
people.
应与伟大
These
精
great
神。
undertakings
这次受到
come
表
with
彰的
a
集
great
体和个人的事
spirits.
迹，集中体现了
And those
中华
individuals and
大局
organizations, they have
自信
demonstrated
开
the
放
spirits of
迎难而上，
broad-mindedness,
追求卓越，
confidence, and
共创
openness,
未来的
leading
北京
challenges
冬奥
head-on,
精神。
striving for excellence, and
北
creating
京冬奥
future
精神
together.
不仅为
The
成功举
Beijing
办北京冬
Winter
奥会、
Olympics
冬残奥
spirit
会提供了重要保
served
障，
as an
也
important
为中华
guarantee
民族
for
伟
the
大复
Games,
兴
and they have
凝
also
聚起
added
强大
to
力
the
量。
power of the great
党中央
rejuvenation
号
of
召
the Chinese nation.
全
The
党
CPC
全国
Central
各族人民
Committee calls
要以习
on
近平新
people
时代
of
中
all
国
the
特色
ethnic
社会
groups
主
of
义思
China
想为
to
指导，
follow the
全
guidance
面
of
贯
Xi
彻
Jinping
党
thoughts
十
of
九大
socialism with
和
China's
19届
characteristics,
历次全会
and
精
follow
神，
through the spirits
以
of
受到
the
表彰
19th
的
National Congress
突
of the
出贡献集
CPC
体
and
和个
different
人为
plenary
榜样，
sessions, and follow
深
the
刻认识
examples of
两个
those
确
role
立的
model
决定性意义，
organizations and
增强
individuals,
四个意识，
reaffirm
坚
our
定四个
commitment
自
to the
信，
two
做到两
establishments
个维护，
for
更
awarenesses,
加
for
紧密地团
confidences,
结
and
在
two
以
maintenances.
习近平同志
And
为
let
核
us
心的党中
unite
央周
more
围，
firmly under
不忘
the
初心，
CPC Central Committee
牢记
with
使
Comrade
命，
Xi Jinping at its
脱离
core,
奋进，
stay
不
true
行
to
不
the
殆，
original aspiration
弘扬
and
北
founding
京
mission
冬
of
奥
the
精
party,
神，以实
carry
际行
forward
动
the
迎接党的
Olympic
20大
spirit,
胜利召
and
开，
set the stage for the
为实
Chinese
现第二
National
个百年
Congress
奋
of
斗
the
目标，
CPC,
实现中华民
and
族伟大
contribute
复兴
to
的
the
中国
second
梦，
plenary
而不
goal
懈奋斗。
of the Chinese nation and rejuvenation of China.
现在为北京
Now
冬奥会、冬残奥会突出贡献集
is the
体和个
award
人代表
ceremony to the representatives of the outstanding individuals and organizations. We are seeing a first batch of 148 individuals, including athletes, volunteers, medical workers, and logistic service personnel, as well as the representatives of 148 organizations who are being awarded at the Great Hall of People in Beijing for their contributions to the Beijing 2022 Olympics and Paralympic Games.
President Xi Jinping is presenting the awards to all of them. And among those being awarded, Zhang Yimou, the Chief Director of Opening and Closing Ceremonies for the two games, and also Chinese athletes who achieved excellent results in the games, such as the short track speed skater Wen Ziwen and Wu Dajing, as we just saw. Apart from individuals, as we mentioned, 148 organizations are being awarded, and what we're seeing now are representatives from those organizations for their contributions on technical, medical, and logistics services provided to guarantee the success of the Games. Now is the award ceremony being held at the Great Hall of People in Beijing for the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics and Beijing 2022 Paralympic Winter Games. It is being held on outstanding performances and contributions during the Games. And Chinese President Xi Jinping are presenting the awards to individuals and representatives of the organizations who have made achievements and also contributions to the success of the two games. And Xi Jinping is going to deliver a speech afterwards. And as we all know, Beijing Winter Olympic Games was held in February, and Beijing became the first city in the world to host both the Summer and Winter Olympics. And the International Olympic Committee says the Games made history both on and off the field. That's why we are seeing this award ceremony to both the athletes in front of the scenes and to the people who work behind the scenes.
Now, I invite representative of the Winter Olympic Games delegation, director of the Winter Sports Management Center of the State General Administration of Sports, Mr. Ni Huizhong, to deliver a speech. Your Excellency, General Secretary Xi Jinping, leaders, comrades, good morning. The Chinese delegation won 9 gold medals, 4 silver medals, and 2 bronze medals at the Beijing Winter Olympics, setting new records in ranking the top 3 of the gold medal won. And across all the athletes, we believe that these tremendous achievements are attributed to the great leaders and also to the great party and the strong country. At the time when we won the bid of the Winter Olympic Games, China was still a latecomer in the winter sports world. But we have every reason to believe that as long as we firmly implement the decision of the CPC Central Committee and the General Secretary, leverage the advantage of socialism in pooling all strengths to do great things, there's nothing can stop us, and there's no difficulty that cannot be overcome and no task that cannot be accomplished. The preparation of the Winter Olympic Games ignited the passion of the country, and we can see that the winter sports have been developed in unprecedented speed. The ambitious goal of encouraging 300 million people to embrace winter sports right now become a reality. And China has created a rich legacy for the world and also usher a new era in world winter sports. During the preparation period, General Secretary Xi paid visits 5 times in 5 years to give us guidance and also ask us to find out the shortness and also to improve our sharpness. In terms of the talent pools, we expanded the scope of candidates. Finally, we have a Chinese delegation with athletes from 10 national ethnic groups from 20 provinces and totaling 183. In terms of the training facilities, we have established the training sets that can good for all the items to train there and also with the leading technologies. In terms of the teams, we have allocated the resources worldwide. And also for the way of training, we also use a very innovative way and with the help of technology to fill in the shortage. With these years' efforts, right now we can see the training facilities ranking the world, and we have also keep improving the system of training and management. Technology also showcases strengths to guarantee our training, and also we have the Made in China to give us a great backing, and also the Chinese COVID-19 plan to make us health. So we can see that now we have the athletes that can train and participate all items of Winter Olympic Games. During the Games, the athletes always bear in mind the words from the General Secretary Xi that we firmly say no to doping and we show whatever we have and to realize the great record in history. The veteran athletes showcase their perseverance, the middle strengths to keep making their best and to stand at the top of the stadium. And the younger athletes born after 2000 also become the shining star at the sports scene. And they use their youth and the sweat to showcase their love to the party, to the country, to the people. A great event happened on the ice and snow. It's the time for us to struggle forward. So please set assured we will for sure to firmly implement the important guidance given by General Secretary Xi to promote the Olympic spirit and also the Chinese sportsmanship, keep improving the capability to win glory for the country and also to carry forward the results of embracing 300 million people to winter sports so we can make China a strong country in winter sports and also make the country as a strong one in sports world and make our contribution to the China's Healthy China plan to realize the greater dream of national rejuvenation. Now I would like to invite representative of the Winter Paralympic Sports Delegation, athletes of the National Winter Paralympic cross-country skiing and biathlon team. Madame Yang Zhongqiong.
尊敬的习近平总书记
Your Excellency General Secretary Xi Jinping, dear leaders,
大家上午
comrades,
好。
good morning.
今天我代表北京
It's a great
2022
pleasure
年冬残
to
会
speak
中国体育代表
as
团
a
运动员
athlete
发言，
participating
心情
in the
无比激动，
2022
倍感
Paralympic
无
Winter
上
Games.
光荣
I feel privileged
北京
and
2022
excited
年冬残奥会上，
at the
中国体
2022
育代表
Paralympic
团
Winter Games in
牢记习近
Beijing.
平总书
The
记
Chinese
对残
sports
疾人和
delegation
残疾人事业
bear
的
in
重要
mind the
指
important
示，
decisions
按
and
照党
instructions
中央、
of General
国
Secretary
务
Xi
院决
Jinping
策部署
on the cause of
发扬使
persons
命
with
在肩、
disabilities, and we
奋
followed
斗
the
有
decisions
我
of
的
the
精
CPC
神，
Central Committee
自
and the
强
State
不息，
Council,
团结
and we
拼搏
fought
夺得
for
18枚
our
金
mission,
牌
and we won
20枚
18
银
gold
牌
medals, 20
23
silver
枚
medals, and
铜牌，
23 bronze
取
medals.
得了历史
And
最
we
好成
tally
绩，
the
为
we
祖国
topped
和
the
人
tally
民赢得
in
了荣
gold
誉。
medals and also in the total number of medals. I was born in a village in Luoping County of Yunnan Province. When I was 14 years old, I fell off the mountain and hurt my spinal cord. And since that moment, I could not stand up and walk. And for a very long time, I was quite depressed. In 2014, however, I took part in the wheelchair basketball team of Yunnan Province. And sports
我通过中国残联
changed
组织的
me
跨界选材
personally,
进
and then
入国
through
家残疾
competition,
人
I
越野滑
became
雪
a
队，
member of the national
开始
disabled
了冬
cross-country
夏结
skiing
合
team.
训练比赛结
I
合
got engaged
国
in
内
both
国
winter
际结合
and
的系统性
summer
训练，
sports,
刻苦的训练和全
and
方
got
位保障
involved，
使
in
我的运动成绩
systematic
得到了
trainings,
快速
and my
提升。
perseverance and
本
persistence
届冬残奥会
dramatically
上，
improved
我
my
参加了
performance
越野
on
滑
the
雪比赛，
play
获
field.
得了女
At
子
the
坐姿
Paralympic
组
Winter
短距
Games
离、
this
中
year,
距
I
离、长
participated
距
in
离比
the
赛3枚金
short
牌。
range and middle
特
range
别
and
是在
long
3
range
月
and
6
cross
日的
country
长距离
skiing,
比赛中
and，I won 3 gold medals. In
我
particular,
在
on
第一
March the
个
6th
冲
at the
过
long
终点
range
线的
cross
那一
country
刻，
skiing, I was the
发
first
自
one
内心
to
的振臂高
rush
呼
and
祖
cross
国万
the
岁！
finishing line, and I said to myself, "Long live the great nation of China."
能在家门口
And
为
it's
国争
truly a
光，
great
不
honor
倍感
that
骄
I
傲
can
和
bring
自豪。
glory to my own
作为一
home
名残疾
country
人运动
at
员
its，
我
doorsteps.
深深地感受到，
As an athlete with disabilities, I feel very strongly that it's exactly because the
才
improvement
使
of
越来越
national
多像我这样的
strength
残疾人
that the
有条
situation
件
of
参加冰雪
persons
运
with
动，
disabilities
才
has
使我们残疾
improved
人运动
dramatically.
员有机
That
会、
we are
有
given a
底
chance
气
to
在国际
participate
赛
in
场
winter
上实
sports,
现
that
梦
we
想。
have the confidence
我
and
深
resolve
深地感受到，
to translate our dreams into
在于
reality
习近平
on
总书记
international
对
arenas.
残疾人
I
的格外
believe
关
that
心、
the
格
glory
外
and
关注，
achievement that we have made
在于党
is
中央、
indispensable
国务院
from
的
the
坚强领导
support
和
given
对
to us
残疾
by
人
General
事业
Secretary
的
Xi
高度
Jinping
重
and
视和
also by the
支
CPC
持，
Central Committee
在于全
and
国
the
人民
State
和社
Council,
会各界
which
对
also
我们的
lies in
关
the
爱
support
和鼓励。
from people of all ethnic
深深地
groups
感受
in
到，
China.
是伟大
I
的
feel
党，
very
是
strongly
强大的
that
祖国，
it is because
让
of
我
the
们站
great
在了
party
世
and
界
also
最
the
高
great
领奖台
motherland
上。
that we were able to stand on the podium of the highest honor in the
我们
world.
将继续
What
发
we
扬
have
残疾
achieved
人
now
体育
belongs
的
to the
光荣
past, and we
传
will
统。
continue to
珍惜
carry
祖
forward
国，
the
拼搏
Olympic
奋斗，
spirits, and we
努
will
力
bear
再
in
创
mind
佳
our
绩，
country
为
and
祖
continue
国、为
to
人
fight
民
for the
再立
best
新功。
that we can
同
achieve
时，
and make new
鼓舞和
contributions for the
激励
country
广
and the
大
people.
残疾兄弟
In the
姐妹
meantime, we are
自
going to
尊、
encourage
自
all
信、
the
自强、
PWDs
自立，
to
勇于
be
面对挑战，
self-confident
积
and
极康复健
self-resilient.
身，书写
We
精
hope
彩
we
人
can
生，
all take to
为
the
实现
challenges
中
head
华
on
民族伟
and
大的
actively get
中
engaged
国
in
梦，贡
trainings
献
and
智
make new
慧和力
contributions
量
to。the great rejuvenation of
谢谢大
the
家。
Chinese nation. Thank you very much.
Now I invite volunteer representative, students of the School of Journalism and Communication of Hebei Normal University, Yuan Weiting, to speak.
尊敬的习近平总书
Your
记、
Excellency,
各位领导、
General
同
Secretary Xi
志们，
Jinping,
大家好。
leaders,
我叫袁伟
comrades,
婷，
hello
是
to
一
all.
名
My name
00
is
后大
Yuan
学
Weiting,
生，
born
来
after
自邓颖超
2000
同志的母
from
校河北
Deng
师
Yingchao
范大学，
School, as the
是北
Hebei
京
Normal
2022年
University,
冬奥会和
and
冬残
also
奥
one
会
of the
张家口赛
volunteers
区
for
颁
Beijing
奖广场礼仪
2022
志愿者。
Zhangjiakou
很荣
competition
幸能够
zone.
代表
I'm very
1.8万名
glad
冬奥志愿者
to
在此发言。
speak here on behalf of
国之盛世，
18,000
运有
volunteers.
荣焉。
A great event held in my country is my great privilege to make my contribution to the event. At the time when we won the bid, I had a great interest in winter sports. Let the winter sports light up the dream, and also let all these winter sports embrace the tens of millions of people, and also to use the sports to make contribution and to the great rejuvenation of the whole world. I believe that this is a great vision that inspires me to moving forward. I also participate in the different events held by my school and become a member of the sports with several rounds of selection and the strict training. I'm very proud to become one of the volunteers. My post is in the Zhangjiakou Stadium. So here several highlight words as the outdoor, nighttime, low temperature, under sports light, zero error. All these give us a great requirement. We trained 8 hours per day in the morning, 4 hours to train our muscles to hold 4-kilogram tray. In the afternoon, in the outside, we wear high heels to train walking in minus 20 degrees Celsius. We train 4 hours in the afternoon, make sure that we turn in 8 steps and stop at 10 steps. One day, my colleague slept. And the first reaction she made is that, what about the tray? And when the people come to take her up, she say the tray is fine. With all these trainings, with all these fine-tuned details, there's no mission in all 93 events, 402 medal presenting ceremony. Because we represent the image of China, we shoulder the national responsibility. In the team of volunteers, we see father and the son, mother and the daughter, and the younger one is 18 years old, and also the elderly one above age 60. But we always remember that the words given by General Secretary Xi that we should make all-out efforts to warm the winter sports. And we should also bring the highlights to the sports scene to seize these opportunities. Beijing Winter Olympic Games has become an everlasting landmark in the history of Olympics, and we never let our people and the world down. This is an event with a feature of streamlined, safe and splendid, and we also witness and participate throughout this journey. And we fully understand that the vision of the making the world toward a shared future. From one world, one dream to together for a shared future. The Olympic song carried forward and sung by the whole world. At this great event, we showcase our spirit and also the brave to shoulder the responsibility to showcase the China's strengths. Beijing 2022 has closed. I'm very glad to participate, and I learned a lot and also brought my vision. And we will carry forward the Beijing Olympic spirit and also to bring our country in our mind, to aim high, but also put our foot solid on the ground to make our contribution to the endeavor of the party and the country and to the rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. Thank you.
请冬奥组委代表
Now I invite
延庆运行中心常
representative
务
of the
副主
Winter
任
Olympic Organizing Committee, Executive Deputy Director of Yanqing Operations Center, Mr. Zhang Suzhi. Madam Zhang Suzhi.
尊敬的习近平总书记，
Your Excellency
各位
General
领导，
Secretary Xi
同志
Jinping,
们，大家好。
distinguished leaders,
非常荣幸
comrades, good
作为
morning.
筹办工作人员
It's a
的代
great
表，
pleasure
在
for
这
me
里
to
发
stand
言。
here and speak on behalf of a
冬奥筹办
working
已
staff
经7年，
of the organizing
在党
committee,
中
and
央
we
坚
have
强领导
been
下，
working
我们
for the
深入
past
贯
7
彻
years,
习
and
近平
under
总
the
书
strong
记
leadership of the
关于
CPC
冬奥
Central
筹
Committee,
办系
we
列
have
重
followed
要指示
through
精
the
神，
important instructions
一
made by
刻
General
也不
Secretary
能
Xi
停，
Jinping. We never
一步
slacken our
也不能
effort
错，
for
一
one
天
moment,
也
for
误不起的
one
精神状
day.
态。
or at one single area, and we have overcome the difficulties and delivered a simple, safe, and splendid Olympic Games, and we also delivered a great result for the CPC and the people. Delivering high-quality, eco-friendly, and humanitarian classic projects with integrity. The construction of Winter Olympic stadiums followed high standards, and it's quite difficult from an engineering perspective, and it also featured a very short construction cycle. We bear in mind environmental protection and green building standards, and we ensure that all the stadiums are powered by green electricity. The Yanqing Games Zone at the very beginning was a mountainous area without any road, water, electricity, or telecommunication services. Faced with tremendous difficulties, tens of thousands of constructors worked day in and day out, and in particular during the most critical moment of venue construction in February 2019, General Secretary Xi Jinping had a video conversation with all the frontline constructors, which inspired all of us significantly. And following his greetings and messages, there were a lot of touching stories on the construction side of the game zone. Eventually, we have delivered a number of stunning stadiums for winter sports. We have accomplished the different tasks in high standards. Faced with the unprecedented challenges of COVID-19, General Secretary made the scientific and timely assessment that smooth delivery of the games would be a success in itself. This has pointed the direction for our efforts. We have timely adjusted the test event schedule and held 40 test events in the theme of Rendezvous in Beijing. We also tested our capability according to the real games scenario. And in January 2021, General Secretary paid another visit to Yanqing Game Zone in the snow, which has inspired all of us significantly. And we have reboosted our confidence and resolve in hosting a successful games. In January this year, after entering the games time, all the construction work, all the workers, they have stayed in the closed loop and fought tirelessly on the operation of the competitions and the running of the stadiums, and also the support of the games, and also in fighting the pandemic. We have won the recognition of the whole world, and we have delivered a great result of hosting both the games and also empowering local development. We leveraged the Olympic Games and empowered the coordinated development of Beijing-Tianjin-Hebei region. We have boosted the interconnection between Beijing and Zhangjiakou and achieved for a complementary picture of ecological development and industrial development. The general public has benefited enormously from the Olympic Winter Games, and in particular in Yanqing, and the city has taken on a new look, and more people are benefiting from the winter sports industry. And winter sports has increasingly become a source of revenue and income for the locals to get rid of poverty, and Yanqing has already become one of the most beautiful Winter Olympic cities in the world. In the process of hosting the games, we have put the party in the center of leadership and leveraged the role of grassroots party branches. The party and the people also give us enormous honors. When we celebrated the centenary of the Communist Party of China, the Yanqing party branch was rated as an excellent grassroots party branch in China, and this time we were awarded as an excellent contributor to the Olympic Games, and we will bear in mind the instructions of the General Secretary Xi Jinping, honor our awards, and make new contributions to the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. Thank you.
现在，请中
Now,
共中央总书记、
I have the privilege
国
to
家主
invite
席
General Secretary of the Communist Party of China Central Committee, Chinese President and Chairman of the Central Military Commission, Xi Jinping, to deliver a speech. Comrades, friends, with 7 years arduous efforts, the successful hosting of Beijing Winter Olympic Games and Paralympic Games has attracted attentions across the country and also around the world. The Chinese people, with people from all other countries, have overcome all kinds of difficulties and challenges, and once again, together, created an event that will go down in history, and also together enjoy the glory of Olympics. The facts shows once again that the Chinese people have willingness and determination to advance the development of Olympic movement, to promote solidarity and unity of people around the world. And we also have the capability and passion to continue our journey to make greater contributions. The successful holding of Beijing 2022 also rely on the hard work and their wisdom of people on all fronts. Beijing Winter Organizing Committee have worked closely with government in Beijing, in Hebei province, and also with the National Sports Administration, and also the China's Disabled People's Federation, and numerous number of the constructions for the Winter Games. The volunteers also bear in mind the expectation of the party and the people, with the strong dream and ambition. They make their great contribution in their post as an unsung heroes. And we have seen an emergence of a large number of outstanding groups and individuals. Today, we are gathering here to hold this grand ceremony to summarize the experience of the Beijing 2022 and also to commend the outstanding organizations and individuals in order to promote the noble spirit cultivated through the preparation of the Beijing Winter Olympic Games and Paralympic Games in a way to inspire the party and the people of all ethnic groups to achieve the second centenary goal and to realize the Chinese dream of national rejuvenation. Comrades, friends, Chinese always honor our words with concrete actions. Ensure the Beijing Winter Games and Paralympic Games to be held on schedule, safely and successfully. We make sure both games in a splendid manner. All these are the solemn commitment made by the Chinese people to the international community. Over the past 7 years, under the strong leadership of the Party Central Committee, all relevant departments and the involved provinces and cities worked together to overcome difficulties. Beijing, together with Zhangjiakou as the main hosting city, have made their all-out efforts and work closely with international sports organizations such as IOC and IPC. At the same time, we also tide over the difficulties brought by COVID-19, and we have presented to the world a streamlined, safe, and splendid Olympic event, and fully delivered a commitment made to the international society. And also Beijing has become the world's first city to host 2 Olympic Games. The Winter Olympic Games shows great, exciting moments and received the very positive feedback from the international community. The 4 opening and closing ceremonies showcase the immense theme of a shared future for mankind, and that's also highlighted by the Chinese culture and the elements of snow and ice. ODs showcase the beauty of nature, civilization, and sport. It also interpreted an image of a confident, cute, and respectable China. In 3 competition zones, the world-class facilities, professional organizing teams, and sweet and thoughtful services have received a good feedback among the participants of the game. And the event also has attracted more than 1 billion audience around the world to become the most watched Olympic Games in the history. Patriotism also fully demonstrated, gathering a full mighty force to realize the great dream of national rejuvenation. Beijing Winter Olympic Games and Paralympic Games is the way to showcase Chinese people's love to their country. Sons and daughters of Chinese overseas also pay close attention and show their support to their motherland's great events. And they also cheer up and give applause to their athletes and also to the country. The Chinese athletes showcase whatever they have and fought to the last minute to win the glory for the country, and the national flag fly high over the competition venue. That also make all Chinese feel proud. A flag carrier say that I'm standing at the flag stadium and I feel so proud, because I'm thinking that the prosperity of the country actually not come easily. So this is something that cannot describe in words. That's proud, that's love, that's also can be interpreted as the tears in my eyes. The Winter Olympic Games facilities also showcase the elements of Chinese culture, a very lovely Bing Dun Dun, and also the cute Xue Rong Rong, and the Chinese New Year celebrating elements, and also a very tasty red bean bun. I know that the different athletes, they have different tastes. I also see that the foreign athletes also very love our dumplings. So that's the dream of Winter Olympic Games and also dream of China coming together, presenting peace and inclusiveness
构思独到。
The opening and closing ceremony showcased the Chinese philosophy in a very smart way.
黄河之
It
水、
also presents
中国
the
节、
solar terms,
迎客松、
the Yellow River, the
折
Chinese
柳
knot,
寄情、
gas grating prime,
雪花主
and
题
the
歌、
folding willow to express
屏障
missing,
演员的
and also the
圆舞
theme
曲、手语
of
版
snow
国歌、
and flake,
盲童合唱
and
团
also
的
the
歌
waltz delivered by the
视障运动
people
员
with
的
hearing
点火
difficulties, and the
这些
visual inspired children's choral,
意蕴
and
隽
also
永
the
的
athletes
场面
with visual difficulties to
在
light up
人们
the main
心中
frame.
留下了
All these
美轮
highlights
美奂
leave
直
a
击人
beautiful
心的
picture to
深刻印
peoples.
象，
It's very striking to our
激
hearts.
发了
That also
海内外中华儿女
inspired the
万众
Chinese
一
sons
心
and daughters
接续奋斗的
to stay closer to
昂扬
each
激情。
other to carry forward the struggle.
3亿人参与冰雪运动，
Like 300 million people to participate in ice and
人民
snow
群众
sport
获得
now
感
become a
显
reality
著增
that
强。
also strengthened people's sense
北
of
京冬奥
game.
会、冬残奥会的筹办、举办，
The preparation and hosting of Beijing 2022
跨越式发展，
have helped our country make
冰雪
a
运动
leapfrog development
跨过山
in
海
winter
关
sports.
走进全国各
And
地，
we can see that winter sports
开启
covered
了中
the
国乃至
countries
全球
and going to
冰雪
different
运动
places
新时
and
代。
opening a new era in China and also
筹办
around the
以来
world.
我们建设了一大批优质的
We have
冰雪场
established
地设施，
A number of
举办了一系
high-quality
列
facilities
丰富
and
多
also
彩、
host
群众
a
性
number of
冰雪赛事
rich
活动。人
competitions
民群
for the
众参
public.
与热情持续高
All
涨，
these make the
参与人
enthusiasm
数
of the
达
public
到
run high. And also we have
3.46亿。
invited 346 million people to participate in these kind of competition events.
冰天雪地
Snow
成为
and
群
ice
众致富、
also become a
乡
way to
村
make
振
our
兴的
people richer
金山
and
银
also
山。
a assets
冬奥筹
for
办举办，全
rural
面促进了
rural
社会事业发
revitalization.
展。残疾
The
人人
preparation
权
of Winter Games
得到更
have
好
fully
保障。
promoted the social
广大群
undertakings
众生活
and the human rights
更
of
加
people
丰
with
富多彩。
difficulties also better guaranteed, and also people is living a more colorful life.
冬奥遗产成果丰硕，
The rich legacy
实现
of
成
the
功
Winter
办奥
Games
和区域发展双丰收。
has also seen a good harvest
北京
in terms of promoting regional development
冬残奥
and
会
successfully holding Winter
筹办
Games.
举办对国家发展
In Beijing
特别是
2022
京津冀
has played
协
a
同发
strong
展
driving force
具有强
to
有
the
力的
country's development,
牵引
especially
作用。
the regional development among
我们
Beijing,
把
Tianjin, and
冬奥筹
Hebei.
办举办
We're
作为推
taking
动京
Beijing
津冀
2022
协同发展
Olympics
的
as
重
a
要抓
very
手，
important opportunity
区域
to
交通
boost the regional
更加便
development.
捷，
And
生态
because of
环
these,
境
we
明
can
显
see
改
a
善，
more convenient transportation,
产业
a
联
much
动
improved living
更加
standards
紧
and
密，
environment, and a more
公共
closed
服务
cooperation
更加均衡。
among industries, and more balanced public service
四代
provided.
雪飞天
And also a large number of
雪游龙
winter sports facilities
雪如
and
意
venues like
等
Ice
冬奥
Ribbon,
场馆
the Ice Dragon,
精
and
彩
Ice
亮
Ruyi
相
have also
成为造
presented
福
to
人民的
the public
优
and
质资
become
产。
a good asset to deliver benefits to the people.
疫情防控精准
A
有效，
precise COVID-19 prevention and
确保
control works
冬奥
well to
安
guarantee
全
a safe
顺利。
and smooth Winter Games.
在全球新冠肺炎疫
Against the
情大
backdrop
流行背
of
景
the
下，
a world
我
pandemic,
们把全部参与者的健康
we have always
放
put
在第一位，
all the participants healthy
坚持
before
外
everything
防输
else.
入，
We stick to the
内防
principle
反
of
弹。
preventing the virus from importing to the
通过
country
严
and
格
a
实
domestic
施防
resurgence.
控措施，
We strictly
有
practice
力
the
保障了
COVID-19
各方人
containment
员健
measures
康。
with forcefully guaranteed all people's health condition. During the game, inside the Olympic bubble, the positive case just take up 0.45%, and all the COVID positive people received the good treatment and care. And there was no cluster of infections or spillover cases happened. And we stick to the dynamic zero of COVID-19. China's COVID-19 policy once again withstood the test and also provide an effective experience to the world in terms of holding the international events. Some foreign athletes also said to us that if the COVID-19 can also have the medals, then the gold medal should give to China. And this gold medal should have the name of all the people's name. We work together toward the future and make a Chinese contribution for people to overcome difficulties. The Olympic movements bared the best pursuit of the people towards peace, solidarity, and progress. Right now, we have seen the world is right now under a tremendous changes, and we suffer different kinds of challenges. The big family of an Olympic traveled all the way to China to hold this event, and the circle of friends, a group of friends, has enlarged with solidarity. Foreign athletes on their way back and said this. Right now, I believe that I'll be crying so hard on the plane. Right now, in choked voice, I love you all. And they also say that I will for sure bring the best memory of Winter Olympic Games back home. The hosting of Beijing 2022 has promoted mutual learning among civilizations. And it also played a key role in promoting world solidarity and cooperation and tiding over the most difficult time. It also has brought confidence and hope to the unstable world and sending out a strong voice together for a shared future. Comrades, friends, with our 7 years hard work, the glory should give the credit to our great fighting. We know that the preparation and the hosting of Winter 2022 has been carried out in a very difficult time. All the participants stick to the principle of we never stop, and there's no missing should be accepted, no time should be wasted, and we paid out great efforts to make everything possible. The constructors played a great craftsmanship and built world-class great facilities and venues. And the game hosters had very strict working manner to organize the event and also create an enabling environment for the athletes to make performance. And for the service providers, provide swift and thoughtful service, and their working schedule is that they come very early in the morning and leave very late in the night. But they bring the warmth to all the people in the games. And all the medics build up a very firm and unbreakable, safe fortress to safeguard the health of all participants. And also the people in the urban area who use their hearts to safeguard the every corner of the
用
city
最高标准
and
保
stick
障
to
了
the
赛
highest
事
standard
和城
to
市
make sure a smooth
顺畅
operation
运行。
both in the competition zone and also in the
广
city.
大人民解放军指战员、
Large number of People's Liberation Army, armed
公安干
forces,
警
police,
和消防救
and
援队
firefighting
伍指
teams
战员，承担极难险峻
shouldered
任务，
the 8
圆
tasks
满完成
in
了
emergency
安全保
and
卫等工
fulfilled
作。
their goal in
广
protecting
大
the
文艺
safety
工作者、
of the country and
科
the
技工作者、
competition. Large number of
设计
artists,
工作者、
technological workers,
新闻工作
designers,
者、
news reporters,
外事
and
工
people
作者、
dealing with foreign affairs,
气象
and the
工
people
作者，
dealing with meteorology,
以及其他
and
各条
also
战线上
the
的
people
全体
working
工
in
作
other
人员
fronts
团结一心，通力合作，
work as one team,
坚守各自岗位，
stick firmly to their
默默
post,
奉献
make a
付
great
出，
contribution,
出色完成
and
了
finish
各项
all
任
the
务。
tasks in a great,
广
excellent
大
manner.
志愿者
All the
用
volunteers
青春和奉
use their
献
youth and
提供了
their
暖心的
hearts
服
to
务，
provide the sweet service,
向世界展示
and
了
also show the world
蓬勃向上的
a positive
中国青年形象
and。shining youth image
环
of
内
China.
数万名工作人员
Within the closed loop
舍
management,
家忘我，
tens of thousands of
坚守
people
数月，
that put a greater
展现了
family
感动
before
人
their
心的
small family. They
精
stick
神
to
风
their
貌
post for many,
和
many
责任意
months
识。
and showcase their responsibility and
同志们
spirit.
深情地表示，
And they set
为
it
了冬奥圆
in
满成
terms
功，
to make sure
困
a
难再
successful
多
hosting
也
of the
嚼
Winter
嚼咽
Games.
了。
I think we
一切
can
付出
swallow all the
与奉
difficulties.
献
All
都值
these
得。
actually are worse
祖国
in
和
terms
人民
of our
为你们
contribution.
的辛勤付
The
出
country and the
取
people
得的优异成
feel
绩
so proud
感到自豪
of。your hard work and the great achievements.
7年来，
In the past
我国
7
广
years,
大运动员、
the athletes,
教练员牢
coaches
记党和人民
remembered the words from the party and the people. They worked hard around the clock. They trained so
在
hard.
冬奥赛场上
And at the
敢打
Winter Games,
敢拼
they showed their braveness
超越自我
and to surpass
胜
themselves
利完成各项
to
比赛
accomplish
任务。
their competitions.
中国代表团、
The
体
Chinese
育代表
delegates,
团首次全项
the
参
first
赛，
time participates all the sports events
勇夺冬奥会9枚
and
金
won
牌、
9
15
gold
枚奖
medals,
牌
15
和冬
medals,
残奥会
and also
18枚金牌、
18
61枚奖牌，
gold and 61 medals
创
in
造了
Paralympic
我国
Games.
参加冬奥会、
All
冬
these
残奥会
set
的
new
历史
records
最好成绩。
in terms of the best
我
results
国
in
广大
history.
运动员
The
教练
athletes,
员
coaches
以实际
use
行动
their concrete
落实
actions
拿道德金牌、
to
风格金牌，
say that
干净
they
金牌
win
的
the
要求
clean, moral
诠释了奥林匹
goals
克精神
and to interpret
和中华
the
体育
spirit
精
of
神，
Olympics and the
实现了运
sportsmanship
动成
of
绩
China.
和精神文
And we
明
have
双
seen
丰收，
a good harvest in
为
terms
党
of the
和人
sports
民
results
赢
and
得
also
了
the
荣誉。
spirit and win the glory for the party and the people.
广大冬奥会、冬残奥会的参与者们，用辛
For
勤付
the
出、
participants in the
坚
Beijing
强毅力
2022 used their hard work,
巨大勇
their
气
perseverance, and
以强烈
braveness,
的责任感，
and also shouldered
使命感、
the great responsibility, the mission,
出色
a
完成
sense
了
of
各项
glory,
工作任务，
and accomplish all the
创造
tasks
了无愧
in
于
their
祖
agenda
国、
and to
无愧
create
于人民、
a great
无愧于
result.
时代的光辉业绩。
Never let our country, our people, and the time down.
在这里，
Here,
我代表党中央、
on
国务
behalf
院
of the CPC
和
Central
中央
Committee,
军委
State Council, and Central Military
向受到
Commission,
表彰的
I would like to
突出贡
extend
献集
a
体
warm congratulation to the outstanding groups
表示
and
热烈
outstanding
的祝贺。
individuals.
向为北京冬奥会、冬残奥会举办筹办做出突出贡献的全体建设者、工作者、志愿者，
staff,
向
volunteers,
广大运动员、教练员、
athletes,
向人
coaches,
民解放军指战员、
to
武警部队
People's
官
Liberation
兵、
Army,
公
armed
安干警
police,
和消防救援
police
部队
and
指战员，
firefighting people.
致以
I would like to
崇
give
高
you
的
the
敬
highest
意。
respect.
向热情支持北京冬奥会、
To
冬残奥会的广大香港同胞、
compatriots
澳门同胞、
in Hong Kong
台湾
SAR,
同胞和海
Macau
外
SAR,
华侨
Taiwan,
华
and
人
the Chinese
表
overseas
示
who showing their
衷
love and
心的
support
感
to
谢。
Beijing 2022. I give you my gratitude and a big thank you.
在筹办举办过程中，
In preparing for the Games,
国际奥委会、
the IOC,
国际残奥委
the
会
IPC,
以及奥林匹克
and
大家
members of the
庭
International Olympic
残奥
family
大
and
家庭成
International
员
Paralympic
对
family
我们的工作
extended
给予了积极帮
great
助。
support to our
各
work.
国政府和人民、国际
Various
友好人
governments
士
and peoples and international
给予了
friends
大力
have
支持。
extended their staunch support
许
to
多
us.
国家领导人、
Many heads of state
国际组织负责
and
人
leaders of international
亲
organizations
自来华出席
came
观
to
会
China physically for relevant activities.
来自世界各地的体育健儿，在
Athletes
赛
from
场
around the
上相互
world
尊重，
respected each other
彼此
and
激
cheered
励，
each other
突
up.
破极限。
They played their fullest
在激情的比赛
and
中
they have
完美
demonstrated
演绎了
the Olympic spirit
更
of
快、
faster,
更高、
higher,
更强、
stronger,
更团结
and
的
together.
奥林匹克格言和勇
They
气
have also demonstrated the
激励
values of the international Paralympic
残奥价
movement
值观。
that is featured by determination,
北京冬奥
inspiration,
会、冬残奥
courage,
会
and
是一
equality.
场和
Beijing
平友谊的
2022
盛会，
was a grand
一场
grand
团结
gathering
合
of
作的
peace
盛
and
会，
friendship,
一场鼓舞世
of
界的
cooperation
盛会
and。solidarity. It was an inspiration for the entire world.
在这里，我
Here,
谨
I
代
would
表
like
中
to,
国
on behalf
政
of the
府
Chinese government and
和
1.4
14
billion
亿多
Chinese
中国
people
人民
extend my sincere
向国际
gratitude
奥委会、
to the
国际
IOC,
残奥委会
to the
以
IPC,
及
and
奥
to
林匹
members
克
of
大
the
家庭
International
残奥
Olympic family
大
and
家
the
庭成
Paralympic
员
family.
向世界各国各地区
My
的朋
thanks
友们表示
Also
衷
go
心的
to
感谢。
friends from
向在
around the
北
world,
京冬奥会、
and I would
冬
also
残奥
like to
会
pay my highest
奋勇
tribute
争先
to
的
athletes
各
from
国体
all
育
around
健
the
儿们
world who
表示
participated
崇高
in
的
the
敬
Olympic
意。
and Paralympic Winter Games in Beijing.
同志们、朋友们，
Comrades, friends,
成就源于奋斗，
achievement comes from
胜
hard
利
work,
来之不易。
and success comes
回
from
顾7年来不平凡
persistence.
的
Looking back
筹
at
办
the
举办
7
的历
years
程
of an
我们不
extraordinary
仅在奋斗中
preparation
获得了
for
成
the
功的
Games,
喜
we
悦，
have now
也在
harvested the
奋斗
joy of
中
success,
收获了
and we have
丰
also
厚的
gained
精神
a
财富，
very great spiritual wealth.
收获了弥
We
足
also
珍贵的经
accumulated
验，
very important
值
experiences.
得我们倍加
These
珍
are
惜，
worthy of our
发扬
respect
光大。
and cherishing.
第一，
First,
坚持党的集中统一领导，
insist on the unified leadership of the
党
party.
中央高度重视北
The
京冬
CPC
奥
Central
会，
Committee
冬残奥会
attaches great importance
成立冬奥
to
会
the
工作领
Olympic
导
and
小组，
Paralympic Winter Games. We set up
从
the
国家
leadership
层面
team
统
for
筹
the
力量，
Games, and from the
协
national
调
level,
推
we
进
have
筹办
coordinated
工作。
efforts and mobilized
筹
support
办之
for
初，
the preparation. At the beginning
党中
days
央就
of the
明确提
preparation,
出
the CPC Central Committee
色、
has proposed
共
the
享、
concepts of
开
grant
放、
sharing, open
廉洁
and
的
integrity.
办奥理念。面对严峻复杂的全
In
球
the
疫
face
情，
of complicated
在
and
全面
unprecedented
分析国内
COVID-19
外形
pandemic,
势，
On the basis of studying the situation both at home and abroad, we made the important assessment that a smooth delivery of the games would be in itself a great success. And we also proposed the requirements of delivering simple, safe, and splendid games. Members of the party and cadres took up their responsibilities and fulfilled the commitments of manning the front with their great spirit. Reality has shown the Communist Party of China is the backbone for the success of our undertakings. As long as we unswervingly stick to the party's leadership, we will be able to overcome any difficulties and challenges on our way ahead. And it will also enable our success in whatever we do. Second, engage in great undertakings by pulling strength from all sides. The preparation for the Olympic Winter Games was a complicated system engineering project under the strong leadership of the CPC Central Committee. The leadership team of the Games worked closely together with 18 task forces, and they have established the backbone for the preparation and hosting of the Games. The organizing committee of Beijing 2022 worked together with the Beijing municipal government, Hebei provincial governments, relevant departments of the central government, and also the PLA, the armed forces, enterprises, and universities in different provinces. And they have put together their strengths to ensure the success of the Games. And people from all walks of society and the general public got actively engaged, and they have together fulfilled their mission in different preparatory stages. And during the Games time, they have leveraged their strategic command and their capabilities in management and operation, and eventually they put together the strengths from all the different stakeholders and formed a collective strength. The advantages of socialism in mobilizing resources and coordinating support from all sides have ensured the success of the Games. China's economic strength, its strength in technology, and its comprehensive national strength serve as an important pillar and backbone for the success of the Games. Third, insist on fighting risks and meeting challenges head-on. In the face of drastic changes unseen in 100 years and an unprecedented coronavirus pandemic in the world, we held successfully the Olympic Winter Games and Paralympic Winter Games, and we faced tremendous risks and challenges. But we followed a question-oriented approach and held firm to bottom thinking. We have strengthened our awarenesses for risks and give priority to mitigating risks and challenges. We carefully analyzed the difficulties and challenges and took into consideration different types of risks so as to ensure the readiness and preparedness for the Games. We have streamlined the risk points in different fields and in different links, established a routine work mechanism that allows us to constantly identify problems and timely solve those problems. And we have made countermeasures to ensure eventually the successful hosting of the Games. Fourth, insist on serving the people and promoting sports through the Games. The success of the Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games in Beijing lies not just in the success of the Games, but also in the fact that through preparing for and hosting the Games, we have empowered our development in many different fields, which has left far-reaching impact for social and economic development in China. We believe that the results of Winter Games should be shared by the people, and by promoting winter sports, we have empowered business for all in China. And through industrial development, we have empowered China's poverty eradication campaign. And by improving public services, we have dramatically improved people's living standards, so that people are now enjoying greater health and greater convenience in employment. They are leading better lives, so that the Games are participated by and contributed by all the public, and its result is shared within the population. One citizen from Beijing said that we are all ordinary citizens, and we are given a chance to showcase the spirit of China, and we are able to show to the world that the Chinese people have stood up, and we have shown to the world that China today is much stronger. Comrades, friends, great undertakings give birth to great spirits, and great spirits can empower great undertakings. The participants of Beijing 2022 cherish the opportunity given to them by our times, and in preparing for and bidding for and hosting the Games, they have demonstrated the great Beijing Winter Olympic spirit, which is featured by bearing in mind the big picture, being open and confident, meeting challenges head-on, striving for excellence, and creating the future together. And now I will give you an explanation of this spirit. Bearing in mind the big picture, it means that all the people, they have their motherland on their mind, and they are following great contributions, following great ambitions, and they believe that hosting the Games is the grand task of the country, and they take it their own responsibility to bring glory for the country and to make contribution for the nation, and they are willing to take up responsibilities, and they are willing to stand in solidarity with the country and the people. Being open and confident means that the Chinese people are inclusive, they are tolerant, and they are committed to the confident path, theory, system, and culture of socialism in China, and they are willing and able to innovatively transform that into the cultural wealth of the Chinese nation, and they are also able to demonstrate China's profound civilization with their manners and spirit, and they are hospitable to all the friends from afar, and they are also able to contribute to mutual understanding and friendship of the entire world with friendly communications, meeting challenges head-on. And this means that the Chinese people are persistent and perseverant. They know there are challenges, but they are able to meet the challenges head-on. They are able to march ahead and overcome the difficulties and march toward victory. Striving for excellence means that the Chinese people are dedicated, committed, meticulous. They follow the highest standard and observe the most strict requirement and they are rigorous in terms of designing and planning, and they are also meticulous in all those technical rehearsals and test events, and eventually they deliver breakthroughs and miracles. Creating the future together means that the Chinese people are able to work in consultation with each other. They hold hands together and they follow the banner of Together for a Shared Future. And they also follow the spirit of More United. And they are fighting for the development future of the Chinese people and the entire humanity. And the Chinese people has called the entire world to build a community of shared future for mankind. Comrades, friends, the success has come out of 7 years of persistence. The Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games in Beijing were great events that China hosted when it marches ahead towards the second centenary goal, towards achieving socialist modernization, and we have to make careful plans and manage and leverage the great Olympic legacy of Beijing 2022. Beijing 2022 has left us legacies in terms of stadiums, and there are also intangible legacies such as culture and talents, and those are treasures of the country, and we have to leverage them very well so that they can become the new drivers and momentums of our development, so that we can maximize the legacy of the Olympics. We have to continue advancing the popularization of winter sports, refine our strategic planning, make the best use of winter sports facilities, and further develop ice and snow sports. And we also need to further enrich the sports competitions in winter sports, so that we can sustain the people's passion in winter sports. We also need to tap the potential of the cultural resources related to Beijing's Olympic Winter Games, so that we can become more culturally confident and be more confident in spreading the voice of China and tell the China story well. We must carry forward the humanitarian spirit, protect and respect human rights, improve China's social system of protecting the rights of persons with disabilities, and improve the care system for persons with disabilities, so that the persons with disabilities can seek all-round development. And we also support and encourage persons with disabilities to strive for self-resilience. As an athlete with visual impairment said in a play field, that although I cannot see this world, but I hope the world can see me. We must continue advocating the volunteer spirits of dedication, friendship, mutual support, and progress. We must allow the volunteers to play a more active role in promoting the development of social civilization, and we must carry forward the Olympic ideals and spirit, and to allow it to play its role in safeguarding human peace and development, and contribute more Chinese wisdom and Chinese strength to the progress of human civilization. Hosting the Olympic and Paralympic Games in Beijing successfully will significantly inspire people's enthusiasm in sports,
极大推动了
it will
中国体育事业
dramatically
发展。
advance China's sports industry.
我们要坚持
We must
增强人民
continue
体质，
following the goal of
提
improving
高全
people's
民族
physical
身体
qualifications
素
and
质和生活质
improving
量
the
为目标，
physical
高度重视并
well-being
充分发挥
and
体育
improving the
在促
living
进人
standards
的
of the
全面
Chinese
发
people,
展
and we
中的
must
重要
pay
作用，
attention to the important role
继续
of
推进
sports in promoting
改革创新，
all-round development of the people
加
and
强
constantly engage in innovation for the
体育科技
sports industry,
研发
improve technological
完善
research and development
全民
related to
健
the
身
sports
体系，
industry, improve China's fitness for
增
all
强
system,
广大
and
人民群
enhance
众
the
特别是青少年，
bodybuilding awareness of the
体育健
general
身
public
意识
and in particular the young people,
增强我
so
国
that we
竞
can
技体育的综合实
continue
力，
improve the
国际
comprehensive
竞争力，
strength and global
加
competitiveness
快建
of
设
China's competitive
体育
sports,
强国步
and
伐。
eventually build China into a great power of sports.
同志们，朋友们，
Comrades, friends,
圆梦冬奥会
as the games are now behind us, now is the time that we march
让我们
into the
更加
future
紧密地
and let us
团结在
unite more
党
firmly
中央周围，
under the leadership of the CPC
发
Central
扬北
Committee,
京
carry forward
冬奥
the
精神，
Beijing Winter Olympic spirit,
以更加坚定的自
and be
信，
more confident
更加
be
坚决
more
的勇
brave
气，向
on
着
a
实
journey
现第二个百年
towards
奋
the
斗目
second
标
centenary goal
奋勇前进，
of the
向着
country,
实现
and march
中华
ahead
民族伟大
towards
复
the
兴的
great
中国梦
rejuvenation of the
奋
Chinese
勇
nation.
前进。
同志们、朋友们，
Comrades, friends,
刚才习近平总书
Just
记
now,
的重要讲话，
General Secretary Xi
充
Jinping
分
gave
肯
us
定了
important
北
speech,
京冬奥
fully
会
acknowledging
冬残奥
the
会
great
的优异成绩，
achievements in the
全面
Beijing
回
Winter
顾了
Olympic
7
Games
年
and
筹
Paralympic Games,
办备
and
赛的
also
不平
fully
凡历程，
reviewing the
深入总结
extraordinary
了
journey
筹
over the
备
past
举办
7
的宝
years,
贵经验，
summarizing in
整个阐述了
details the precise
北京
experience
冬奥精
gained
神，
during the journey,
对
deeply
运
elaborating
用好
Beijing
冬
Winter
奥遗
Olympic
产，推动
spirit,
高
and
质量
also
发展，
putting
提出
forward
了
new
明确要求。
requirements on better
具有很
utilizing
强的
legacies of the
政治性、
Games to
思
promote
想性、
a
指
high
导
quality
性，
development.
要认
His
真学习
speech
领会，
includes
深
strong
入
messages
贯
with
彻落实。
political, ideological,
要
instructive
更加紧
meaning.
密地
We
团结
should
在
study
以习
hard
近
and
平同志为核
understand
心的党
well.
中央周围，
Let's rally more
以习近
closely
平新
around
时
the
代
Party
中国
Central
特色
Committee
社
with
会
Comrade
思
Xi
想
Jinping
与
at
指
its
导，
core, follow the guidance of
深
Xi
刻
Jinping
认
South
识
on
两个
socialism
确立
with
的
Chinese
决定意义，
characteristics,
增
and
强
the
四个意识，
understand
坚
two
定四个自
establishments,
信，
strengthen
做
four
到不
awareness,
维护。
four confidence, and
弘
practice
扬
two
北京
uphold
冬奥精神，
to
砥砺
vigorously
奋
promote
进，
Beijing
以实际
Olympic
行
Games
动
sports. Let's
迎
pull
接
strengths,
党的
strike
20大
forward with
胜利
one
召
heart
开，
to pave the
为
way for
全
the
面建
20th
设
National
社会主
Party
义现代化
Congress
国
with
家，
action
实现
to
中华
realize
民
the
族
a
伟
build
大复
a
兴
modern
的中国
socialist
梦，
country and
不懈
realize
奋
the
斗。
Chinese dream of national
总结表彰大
rejuvenation.
会，
That does
到
for
此结
today's
束，
award
散会。
ceremony.